Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. As always, let's start with the higher time frames and work our way down to the lower time frames, and let's see if we could look for any actionable levels or setups for this upcoming week. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades. Always do your own research and trade at your own risk. Okay, let's hop into the charts, and starting here with the monthly chart, just so that we always have this in the back of our mind, this does look bearish. So even if in the lower time frames there are some setups and things look bullish, short term, long term, we have to keep in mind that the 21-day moving average is currently at 63,575, and the stochastics still have a lot more room to go before we could start moving back up. Unless this starts to curve up, I'm going to be long term bearish for right now. Now going to the weekly chart here, we're about an hour away from the weekly candle close. It's currently 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's April 20th, and I have the weekly right now in a falling wedge, and if it breaks out, the measured move is about 120,000. Now this could take a couple months to play out. If that does happen, the good thing is that with this week's candle, we're currently breaking the pattern. Now it's definitely bullish, but it's a little bit indecisive. The only thing that I see that's bullish here is that the stochastics are low, and if we zoom into the stochastic, we kind of see that this is curving up. So this does give me some confidence that a move could break out at least to the 21-day moving average here, which is currently at 92,776. Let's call it 93,000. Something else that's bullish here is that there's actually bullish divergence. If you put a line from here to here, you can see that this is going up, but then here in the RSI from here to here, this is coming down. This is bullish divergence. Usually when we see this, especially on a high time frame like the weekly, we usually do get a big move up. So this falling wedge with this measured move to 120 does look likely, especially with this hidden bullish divergence. So let's see what ends up happening there. Now if we take a look at the 4-day, the stochastic still have room to go up. The 21-day moving average on this is at 87,000. So short term, I do feel like we're going to get a move, like I've been telling you guys, at least at around 93,000. Now on the daily chart, the stochastic are a little bit high here. Hopefully this could keep on dragging, and we're above the 21-day moving average, which is bullish. The 200-day moving average is currently at $88,000. I do expect for this candle to, well, it's going to close out, but I do feel that there's a bullish flag here. So I drew this before. I'm gonna draw it again for you guys. Here we have kind of like a little flag going on here, and if this were to break out, we have a measured move of about 95,000 here. So this does look kind of bullish to me. We just have to make sure that we continue going up here on the stochastic and we don't drop down, at least until this move plays out. Now we also see inverted head and shoulders here as well. This is quite possible that this could play out, shoulder, head, and this could possibly be a shoulder, which could also break out, and the measured move for this is about 94,000. 93 and change. So everything's telling me that we should be going at least a 93k or a little bit higher, at least in the short term. We have to see how things play out. Again, technical analysis is one thing, but there's a lot of things happening in the financial world with news, tariffs, and stuff like that, and that could also play into account how the charts end up moving. Let's take a look at the 12-hour chart. In the 12-hour chart, it looks like the stochastics are on the way down. We do have a green engulfing candle here. We are above the 21-day moving average, so that's still kind of bullish here. The 8-hour falling down, the stochastics, we're below the 200 moving average, but we're currently kind of a little bit below the 21-day moving average. So short term, it kind of looks like we might continue going sideways a little bit. We have to understand Friday was Good Friday, today's Easter, so the weekend right now wasn't really a time where there was a lot of volume, a lot of trading going on. There's a lot of people hanging out with their family and stuff, so we have to see how the rest of the week ends up going now that we're going to have a full normal week. Now the 4-hour time frame, the stochastics, let's zoom in on them, do look like they're starting to point up, so that's kind of bullish here, and we're also above the 200-day and the 21-day moving average, which is pretty good. Today we ended up going probably like around 85,200. We're currently at 85,100, so we already went up around $100 since we already started this episode. So things are looking like on the up and up. We might end up touching 87, 86. Right now we do have resistance at around 86,500, so maybe we'll retest that. Now in the 1-hour chart, we're a little toppy here. Maybe we could continue dragging. Here, this was kind of bearish sometime yesterday. As you can see, this was kind of like an M pattern that ended up happening here. This is an M pattern right here, and it looks like that move kind of did play out already. Did from the top all the way to the neckline, and then you put this here on the neckline, and it kind of looks like like it already fully played out. Now we're starting to come back up, and we're above the 200 and the 21-day moving average, also on the 21. So we got bullish again, even though we're a little bearish. This could turn into maybe some type of a falling wedge, and then we could break out from there. So we have to keep on seeing how the day's gonna go. And let's take a look at the 15-minute. The 15-minute also looks like it's on the way up. So let's see here with the, we're close to the point of control. So this looks bullish, like we're about to break out. Look, we're already at 85,150 pretty much. So this does look like we're going to be going up or some type of a short-term move. Now there's something here called Bookmap, which shows the liquidity of where people have trades and where they want to sell stuff. So let's look at that to see what they think about it. And currently here on Bookmap, we do see in red all the way on the bottom 80,000. So we still have that going for us, where there's people still trying to get Bitcoin a lot lower. We do have liquidity at 83,000. So short term, we still might come down there, but I do see 87,000 above us. So it kind of does look like maybe short term we could go up to 87,000, 88,000. So let's see what ends up happening here. All right, guys. So overall, I'm going to say it looks like we might make a move today, possibly trying to test 86,000 in the short term. We might be, going sideways. We have to see how this week plays out. The good thing is we haven't fallen really below 84,000. As long as we don't go below 83,000, I would say we're still bullish for that move going up to 93,000 in the short term. If we start breaking 83,000, then I'm going to start getting a little bit more worried. That starts opening up 80,000, 77,000, back to 74,500 and even lower. So we have to make sure we stay above certain key levels. And what I'll be looking at is this 4-hour chart. As long as we could stay above the 200 moving average, which is 83,745, not close too many candles underneath, and stay above this, I'm going to say that we're still a little bit bullish, and I'm going to hold my position that I think we will be going to 93,000. As we speak, we're at 85,271. Since we started this episode, we've already gotten up about $250. So it does look, as we get closer to the daily candle and the weekly candle close, we might be trying to test 86,000. All right, that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.